What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Trash Pumpkin Trading Cards, and today we're going to be going into a different kind of value look. Today we're going to be looking at trash grabs. What are trash grabs? Trash grabs are cards that you guys can pick up for not a lot of money that have the potential to explode in the future. This is going to be the start of us doing weekly updates as to cards we think that are great for the collection, great for people to add. This way you guys can pick them up. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but these are just cards that are on our radar that are super undervalued right now, that if you pick up a couple copies for $2, $3, or $4, or even a whole lot for $20, going to be absolute great investments. Again, not a financial advisor, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget, if you guys are new here, to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump headfirst into our deep dive to some value Pokemon on the market. All right, everybody, so the first Pokemon we're going to be looking at today that we think is super undervalued is actually going to be something we can look up on TCG Player. This is going to be a spread between TCG Player and eBay, just because a good portion of these cards are going to be foreign, and foreign cards have a better market on eBay. But the first one we're going to be looking at is the Pikachu, and so it's actually this one right here, the Celebrations. So what we're looking at right now is the overall cost. So what does this have? This has, when you're looking at ideal cards for your collection, you want to make sure that it has a stamp, that it's unique, that the set doesn't overprint, and that it's a popular Pokemon, and then a PSA 10 will increase the price. Okay, so for this Pokemon right here, for the Pikachu, this is from the Celebration set. This has exclusive artwork to the full artwork. It has the callback to the base set Pikachu. It is, in comparison to a lot of things, very, very cheap. But if you look at this card, in April, this was 78 cents, and it is up 39% at $1.09. So what does this mean? When you look at market data, it says market price is $115. Then you come down here, you can get a lightly played Pikachu, right, for $1.25, but of course we want that near mint quality. You always want to get cards that are in pristine condition, so this way you always have the option to grade them and make sure that they can expand your collection's value. So as you see on TCG Player, near mint is not anywhere listed in the first 4 pages, but if we go to here to condition, we click on near mint, and we see that pricing starts at $4.99. So that near mint price is up drastically at 135% in comparison to its fellow contributors, which were the light play and the heavy play and the moderate play that were a little bit cheaper. So again, you want to make sure that those cards have. So this card does check all the boxes. It has a stamp. It's that callback to that base set Pikachu. It is very cheap. It's still currently under $5, but you should definitely pick up a couple copies because it is supremely undervalued. It is a very popular Pokemon. Also, the PSA 10 has exploded in price, and the 25th anniversary is a very strong chance that you can catch up. Now, the 25th anniversary is the Japanese version of it, but it is very, very, very pretty. And the Japanese version also has a reverse holo that is absolutely stunning. If you guys haven't seen it, we did have it on our channel. So that is also something that you want to take a look at. The next thing we're going to look at, we're going to go move over to eBay. All right, we're on eBay, and we're going to be looking at the Chinese tag team lots. Now these were actually a lot cheaper about 2.5 weeks ago, where these lots were $70, $80, and now they're starting to climb up in price. So I understand this is a little bit more than what some people feel comfortable with, but keep in mind, again, you have this 15 tag team lot for $70. Tag teams in general have been exploding in price across the market, so they're always a great investment. The quality of artwork in comparison to English is amazing. You have some very beautiful cards for not a lot of money in comparison to its English counterparts, where you have this Arceus right here that is exponential in price. Again, this is not the best example because of the price point there, but you do have some cheaper options where you can get this one for $69.70, and you have the Moltres Articuno, Zapdos, you have the Latios Latias, not the Lovebirds, you have the Eevee Snorlax, you have an Umbreon, you have the Espeon and Deoxys, you have your Psyduck and Slowpoke, your Blastoise and Piplup. So all amazing, amazing artwork. Again, you have the Gengar and the Mimikyu. Again, it's the base one, but for $69.70 in comparison to its English counterparts or even Japanese counterparts, it's still a great pickup. And right now, tag teams are a no-brainer. It does look better than the English. If you haven't made that comparison, we made that comparison last night on our live stream. You can go check it out at the end of the stream. But they are in comparison much cheaper. And at some point, Pokemon has to come back to tag teams, which is just going to force these prices even higher. The Chinese market's a lot cheaper because it hasn't been around as long, so people are just now starting to pick up on the tag team market in Chinese. Again, amazing, amazing value. I know it's a little bit higher than what we wanted to originally pay, but you still have small lots like this that are under $100 that are great pickups if you can afford it, and you get multiple cards to add to your collection. So the next one we're going to be looking at is a Japanese and Chinese only card. So this is a Japanese or Chinese only card, and in comparison to the promos, as you see, this artwork is absolutely amazing. Beautiful, 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 beautiful foil. So remember, whenever you're looking for cards to add to your collection, you want it to be exclusive, you want the artwork to be pristine, you want the foiling to be pristine. So the Chinese is the anniversary gift box, right? So it has the Chinese front and the English back. This has great centering. This is a beautiful card. This would grade really, 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 really well. There's nothing that I see. Got a small nick right there. That would be the only thing. This is a beautiful card in great condition. And again, you have options that aren't that expensive, under $20. These prices have been going up and trending to the right as more people start to bandwagon and get on the train for Chinese cards. But keep in mind, you can still pick some up for a relatively affordable price. You have two foils APH gold right here that are on a bidding contest at 99 cents starting. You have a CGC at $1.30 bid. So, these might go to $20, $25 already graded. Again, they're not the most ideal, but you can get both for $25.90, which is an amazing pickup. And again, the card sells for $2,000 in raw for some of these cards once you get them graded and or raw. So these are great pickups when it comes to value for your growth, and the growth potential is unprecedented. So the only way that you can get this card is from the Chinese first year anniversary box, and that has also exploded in price. You have two black label APHs here on a bidding, so these will probably go up to about $150, $200. There's a good chance, just because these are exclusive and they're graded in a black label 10. If you aren't familiar with APH, APH is a Chinese exclusive grading company, and absolutely clean slabs. They look absolutely beautiful, wonderful cards. So just great pickups, overall value. Again, under $20. Get a copy or two. Just put it in the binder and hold on to it for an extended period of time. So amazing, amazing artwork. All right, next we're going to be looking at so this is the Chinese exclusive SAR. This is, again, a little bit more expensive, but when you look at price points, right, raw is $130, but when you start getting into the graded territory, you're starting to look at a much higher price point. Absolutely beautiful card. Again, this is an exclusive card, so it checks all the boxes. It's exclusive to Chinese. It's a popular Pokemon, has exclusive artwork, has huge growth potential, and it's locked for terrestrial form. So this is the only language set that this comes out in, and it's a beautiful card. It looks great in slabs, and again, you can get a graded APH 10. Again, this is the silver, not the gold or the black, but the lowest tier. So this would be like a CGC 10, and it's at $188. But you can pick up a raw copy. Again, this isn't so much of a value one. This is a higher price point, but if you're looking for a good solid pickup to add to your collection that's going to hold value over time, or that you want to get graded and hold value over time, this is a great card to do that with. You have one right here, $125 with $25 shipping. So always keep in mind that when you're on eBay, that you pay attention to the shipping price, because that'll sometimes creep up on you. And again, just amazing, amazing, beautiful artwork. And that's why the next one we're going to be looking at is a Snorlax card. I can't spell. I don't know the exact name of the card. All right, so we have the Pokemon Tag Team Snorlax. This is a absolutely affordable card. You have the Sun and Moon exclusive promo, or not promo, but Sun and Moon exclusive. It has Snorlax, has 2 Pikachus. Its exclusivity is that it's a popular Pokemon. It has grilled artwork, and it's different holofoil than English and Japanese, and it's guaranteed for like that long-term growth. So, raw copies $8.99. There's a good potential over the next couple of years that this card is a $30 or $40 card just because of its exclusivity. And you have, right now the standard price is about $10, and you have reverse holos and a PSA 9 for $39.99, which is not a bad already graded pickup with free delivery to the United States. So, total with tax is going to be like $42 for a PSA 9. It is considered mint. It's not a 10, but it is a good pickup in comparison to the graded price or the raw price of $10, where you're going to run that risk of it becoming a 9 or 8. You can already get it graded in a 9. You can always crack it and resubmit it if you want to. So that's also an option. And then you have the Eevee. So this is exclusive. This is the Radiant Eevee Sword and Shield. This is exclusive to Chinese. This card is absolutely beautiful. Artwork, everything. It looks great in a slab. And that PSA 10 only sells for about $110. But these are great pickups. You can get lots for, these were $42 not that long ago. So the price is starting to pick up here. But you can still get single cards under $20, where these cards were $3 or $4 a piece. And you have $13.49 for 3 of them right here, which would not be a bad pickup at all. So again, outstanding, beautiful card, great artwork, and it meets all the boxes. It's the shiny variant, it's a radiant holofoil, and the potential for growth is always going to be guaranteed because of how popular Eevee is and how awesome this artwork is. And you have a PSA 10 right here for $179. Again, beautiful card, absolutely stunning card in comparison to some of the other cards that are in Eevee. Not that expensive whatsoever. We have, I believe this is the Arceus. Yep, so the Arceus Year 2-1. So this is the Arceus movie random pack. So this card is exclusive to Japan. It's the 2008 movie promo. It has a stamp. It's locked in an era. Absolutely great card. Beautiful, beautiful card. Under $20, you can get all 3 of them right here for $70. So if you wanted to spend a little bit more money, get all 3 of them, then get these sequentially graded, would be an absolute massive value increase for your personal collection. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but these are just some things that we're looking at from our personal collection, especially going into Saturday, where we're going to be building and purchasing cards with you guys as well. So that is going to be the last Pokemon we're going to really look at. We do have some other ones, but we want to do some more research on them, so we're not going to throw those at you today. But again, some absolute pickups, not a lot of money in comparison. It's not like under $10. Some of them are, some of them aren't. But you pick up 1 or 2, you put it in your binder. They're great values to hold on to in the long term that are going to just hold their value and continue trending to the right. And that's kind of like what you want to see with that. All right, everybody, thank you so much for checking out the video. I hope everybody had a great time looking at some of these value grabs. I know some of them weren't as cheap as we had originally hoped, but that is because the market is continuing to change on a regular basis, and it's becoming a very, very bull market, which means that there's a lot of cards getting pushed, and there's no real clear reason why other than market manipulation. But some of these cards are still under $20, or some are even under $10. Still great pickups if you can afford 1 or 2 just to add to your collection. Next week, we're going to continue building on this trend where we're going to shoot for some more affordable cards under that $10 mark, just so we can incorporate a wider range of young collectors that are starting to get into this game. Don't forget, you guys, if you guys are new here, to like, comment, follow, and subscribe. I hope everybody has a fantastic, trash-tastic day. We're going to open something up for you tomorrow, and we're going to be live on Sunday. Deuces, y'all.